Troy, tonight, really for the first time, I jinxed you by saying that you were one of the two people who I can always hear. Tonight, your way of dealing with line trouble was to sort of take everything down to kind of a mutter. It all got very small. Vocally, you were gun shy. Don't be. Get back in the game. It's there. Get back in the game, and because your size comes through your voice. You know, Troy is larger than life, not because he's 6'6". It's through voice. You're Troy. It's through your voice and your that boisterousness. So don't pull back, even if it's a line thing. Just keep it going. There was still a little bit of flapping around. Flapping.
Yeah, I'll work on it. It was better though, right?
It was better.
More grounded.
I saw it a lot when he surprised you. It was really like flippy floppy flippy. So pull that down. The groundedness was much better in the arguments.
I'll get
the moment you had with the score of the game, you're supposed to be watching the game. It was very different tonight than it was nice. It was really specific. I liked it. In the scene, you guys saw TV, Braves.
Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates. Yeah, I know.
The Bucks.
Don't think people won't know.
Yeah, you're gonna irk some baseball tonight.
There are two big long pauses written into this scene, right? It's before television, Hey Pop, you should buy a TV, and before the Pirates won today. Those can still be pauses, but not long silences. You can go ahead and just get rid of those big long silences. Let the moment happen. There needs to be a little bit of a pause to let the moment happen. Okay, so basically it comes to a stop, get back to your work, and then start up again. So stop, get back to your work, start up again. How was that thing? The levels can be higher. Hey Pop, you can't do that, which is the first line where you really come out of strategy and into just like struggling for it. Let it go. I mean, really try to salvage something here. Get them to listen to you, and you can come down on him hard. And even from earlier, like even the TV thing, we talked about it being an educating moment. I think it can start with, shut up, that's a stupid idea, and then you can find the lesson through it. So you can still end up in a place of lesson teaching, but it can come from a harsher place. And then when you get into the, go get your job back, go get it now, get it back, or quit the team, all that stuff can really be strong. Because we're not building up to a point where the climaxes make sense. So we need to build more earlier, get that emotion going. So raise those stakes. Remember at some point I said this is the only time you're ever going to hear me say lower the stakes? That first scene, lower the stakes? Yeah, this is not the first scene. Raise the stakes. Raise the stakes. Your little Mr. Stowicki, the one you better be asking the questions up there. I think that you can get a little bit of a kick out of yourself. You're being kind of cute up there, which makes it even meaner. From argument with Corey, yeah. So to get to where we need to be for your final monologue in that scene, Troy, we need to raise the stakes with Corey, so that by the time he leaves and Rose comes out, you're where you need to be for when Rose comes out and you're down here at the Sawhorses. And you need to keep the stakes really high through that conversation with Rose, so when you get to that final monologue, you've really got the juices going there. Exit for the game, steps. And in that earlier when you come in from the game, absolutely right, down the steps. Okay, Gabriel and Lyons. When you're on stage, Gabriel enters, hey, Troy's boy, that stuff. Instead of a hug, can it be a, like, grabbing hands, a little, yeah. That was really vague. You guys know what I'm saying?
Something different than a hug. I got it. What up?
Gabriel, ain't gonna be much of a battle when God gets to waving the judgment sword. That can be like a really happy, exciting secret that you're telling him. Like it's a little bit naughty that you're telling him this secret, but it's so happy that outweighs the fact that you shouldn't be telling him. Lyons, make sure that you are near enough to the porch that when she says the recruiter bit, or no, someone says the recruiter bit, and you chime in on that, you got recruited. I think today you ended up being kind of far away.
Also, wow.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's just, okay. I just kind of look at the soft stuff and what they got kind of going there, and I'm over, I'm just eavesdropping a little bit, because that's how I feel. What? Corey got recruited.
Maybe instead of coming down here, you could take it up to that little side bit there. Okay. There's going to be stuff there too.
Okay.
So you're right there.
Okay.
Good instinct, Lyons. When you picked up the bat, you didn't for a minute use it as a bat. It was never a bat to you.
No.
You picked it up. You're like, it's like, yeah. You were doing your own thing with that. It was not a bat. It was great. And that can be all the more reason for you, boy, you should never touch a bat. And when he takes that from you, there's that, but yeah, typical, right? Typical, of course. Troy, don't throw away when you're talking about Lyons, about when you're in the midst of a monologue. Imagine you're in the midst of a monologue. Imagine, if you will, you're talking about Lyons. What are you going to do that for? With his mom. Don't throw that line away. It's sort of an aside, but I'm losing it.